What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Future Fight. So today I wanted to jump in and guys give you this update about this anniversary development team letter appreciation. So great thing because they're basically giving away free items for you in the form of artifact, Odin's blessing, and some other shit. We'll get to that in a second, but I want to address the developer letter that they put out, because I thought that I always love when developers give you an update about things to come, kind of give you a roadmap. Always seemingly missing inside of it always seems like it's missing inside of mobile gaming. Like they feel like they don't have to have that engagement with the community, and I tend to think because most mobile gaming is just cash grab kind of situations. Marvel Future Fight 8 years in, though, you know, like it's nice to see the developers still engaging with the community. So thank you in advance to the developers. So let's talk about this. So basically, developers are talking about a couple of new things coming to us in this 8-year anniversary that they basically are putting out, right? So number one, new PvP content. Yes, so they're currently talking about the timeline battle and alliance conquest, and essentially what they want this to look like is a mashup of content between the two. So they want to make some improvements there that's supposed to allow the players to use their roster of heroes more freely than being hindered by the characters that they can use. And they're gonna basically make some caps and limitations. They don't really go into what it is specifically, but they want to say that they want to add new tactics and adjustments basically to each season of this. Here goes my only concern with that, right? Is that nothing about Marvel Future Fight has demonstrated the capability to do just that. What was the previous PvE mode that we had that got removed? I can't even remember what the name of the content was, and I don't want to go back to it, but we basically had that. And the problem we see a lot with content is that it's on a rotational basis that's seemingly predetermined or AI set, so that way a developer's not actually coming in and setting them. So I don't have any confidence in that. However, it's a new game mode. It's something that people have been asking for, a new game mode. Why we're getting a new PvP mode, I'm unaware, but Starlight Arena is coming to us. So this is what the arena basically looks like. So this could be intriguing and interesting. I don't know, like my one thing that I'm interested to know is whether or not this arena will have some verticality to it, or if it's just really fluff, because realistically it looks like the arena is just fluff, right? Like it looks like this is the place where you're going to be staging your battles. Like you can see a guy here and you see a guy here. It looks like Spider-Man or whatever silhouetted. And then it doesn't really look like you're doing anything up in these trenches. Not to mention, I think the other bad part about this PvP mode coming is that it's autoplay. So you're going to be able to set some conditions similar probably to how top level PvP currently is. In order to set conditions for your team, and then you basically put them in and you basically watch the tunes fight. Now where Marvel Future Fight is currently for PvP content, like to be honest with you, timeline battle is nothing but autoplay. Most players are just basically looking for characters that can be autoplayed inside timeline battle. They're not really looking to actually use the characters the way they could be used in order to get ahead of the system. So it is what it is. Then we get the new growth system that they're talking about. They don't give us a lot of details on this, but they're basically looking at ways to help players grow faster. Now, the growth from those players are going to come from this new PvP content. So I don't really know what the hell that means, but what I'm expecting here, however, is going to be that this new PvP system may include some type of tier 3, tier 4 materials, so that way players could get ahead by, basically the rewards to this are going to be tied to the tier 4, tier 3 mats. Not a bad thing, especially like I said, if it's just autoplay anyways, then you just basically throw your guys in there and you get some tier 4 materials, and it is what it is, right? Like then now you have a way to grow faster. They also addressed new heroes. 254 superheroes and supervillains have come to us throughout 8 years of Marvel Future Fight, which is amazing in and of itself. At least, like you can go look at Marvel Contest of Champions. This game has been around forever. You can go look at Marvel Strike Force. That game is like still maintaining popularity. But basically they were saying, and this is confusing to me, they were saying unfortunately they were unable to release many new heroes last year. Now personally, as a player for so many years, I thought that was a concerted effort, and I was actually happy with it, because a lot of characters basically got upgrades. Like Black Bolt probably, in my opinion, received one of the biggest upgrades of any character in the game. This dude literally went from like a dud, like a perfect dud, to like a stellar hero. Like I would say, if you're a PvE player, he is in the top 5, top 3 PvE characters currently in terms of giant boss raid clears, world boss. I think he's a great character, and I love it. Like, especially because I'm such a Black Bolt fan, Black Bolt stan, however you want to call it, right? So I thought this was a good thing. I didn't think it was a bad thing that they weren't able to release as many new heroes last year, but they are looking forward to releasing newer heroes this year, characters that people really want. That's great. I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I just for me, what I would like to be able to see isn't necessarily that they're releasing new heroes. I would like to see them road mapping a schedule so players aren't shocked and awed by what characters are coming out. Like a roadmap would be nice, you know, a roadmap of heroes. Like we used to be able to say, hey, you know, this movie is coming out, so we know these heroes are coming out. Like we still haven't seen costumes for Black Panther Shuri. We still haven't seen anything for Black Panther himself at all. We didn't even get Riri Williams's her uniform from the movie. We didn't get anything from the Midnight Angels. So it's like kind of weird, like how we've been seeing pick 'em and choose 'em content, and how they've just like pigeonholed some stuff in. Like even the Thanos update right now that we got with Squirrel Girl, that was like kind of thrown in there, right? Because it's like really weird. It came out of nowhere, especially the way it's sandwiched with in between the Guardians of the Galaxy update that's coming soon, in line with the 8-year anniversary. So it's kind of weird, but I'm happy that Marvel Future Fight is 8 years in and is still giving us content in this way. So they also plan to prepare other content improvements, and what they talk about specifically here are stronger world bosses. So where you're specifically going to need your tier 4 heroes in order to engage that. So like they basically looked at it as like, you know, they had already improved the event world boss, which was a great update and a great change, because I hated to have to do those 5 times anyways, right? I would love it if they did something where it was like, hey, I could just do my 5 world boss clears, or give me 10 world boss clears, so that way I can do those, or give me the ability to like sandwich all of the rewards into one event, so that way I just choose my 1 tier 4 hero, I get after that event, and then I'm good to go. What I really would like to see is not necessarily another world boss, but I would love to see the improvement to Giant Boss Raid for Master Mold and Galactus, and align that as well with the rewards. So improve Giant Boss Raid, so that way those content areas, old content areas, are improved, and then you're improving the rewards. So they do say that they're going to try to get around to doing that stuff. So hopefully it makes the journey better for us, the players, overall. I think that's a good thing, right? So like I said, they're sending out rewards. It's a 4-star artifact chest, a platinum gift chest, and a Odin's Blessing chest. So I popped mine earlier today, and I didn't get a 4-star artifact. I don't know why. No, I did. I lied. I got a 4-star bishop. I don't know what the hell I'm supposed to do with that, right? Because we know how they treat those type characters, so bishops just often win. I got some platinum items, you know, typical mats type selection, and I got an Odin's Blessing. So it's either way, it's a reward that I didn't have to pay for, so I'm pretty happy about it. The overwhelming response to the developer note on the forums seems to be really positive. You know, there are some people calling for other rewards and improvements, like, you know, the Shadowland revamp needs to happen for the rewards there. I mentioned Giant Boss Raid. Those are 2 areas that could seek some immediate improvement that I think could help out the community a lot. Like, I think Shadowland's a great mode to play, but I don't think a lot of people prefer to keep going in there week after week. Like I think I only play all the way up to stage 35 and then I usually stop, and that's if I play Shadowlands. There's a lot of rewards to be gained from there, but it's a little time sensitive, especially for the rewards that you're getting, and I'm not necessarily hurting for tier 3 mats and shit like that. So but we're 8 years in, guys. These are great improvements basically for 8 years in. I'm not going to complain too much about the developer's note. I think that this is a great note for a community that's 8 years involved and deep into a game. It's nice to see that they're working towards improvements for the game and developing new content for us. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I've got more coming because I do know I got to give you that Sharon Rogers update, who I'm liking, by the way, and I was wrong on a uniform. But we'll get into that into another video. Until next time, peace.